Every single decision you have ever made has led you to listening right now to Ravenly Podcasts. Did you make the right decisions? Are you happy with where you are now? Just think about it. Think about time. Welcome back to Ravenly. I'm Sarah Hendricks.
Oh my God. I'm Sophie Moretz.
I'm Isabella Ray.
And today our topic is time.
Whoa. Sarah, that was really deep at the beginning. I can't like, oh
I know.
I can't like
I've been thinking
reciprocate
about that for a couple days. It's like you got to start off strong with this one.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
I'm going to, right off the bat, a question I've been thinking about while I've been thinking about time. Do you think, this is really deep, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but do you think that it's too late now as teenagers, like where we are? Is it too late now to be where you want to be in life, you know? Have you made the right decisions until now that would lead you to your dreams?
I have been thinking about this a lot, actually. It's so funny you brought that up. But like, it kind of seems like right now, as a teenager, you're kind of like catastrophizing everything. And
God.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Okay, anyway. That's so true. Thank you for that input.
Enlightening, yes.
Yeah, very enlightening. You're kind of catastrophizing everything right now, at least I am, where it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't take honors chemistry and then AP chemistry. I'm never going to become a doctor. Girl, you don't need to have everything figured out. But in the moment, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I have to have everything figured out. I have to know where I want to go to college. I have to have the grades to go to that college. I have to blah, 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 blah. Right? I don't know. I think after reflection, I've realized that I don't think you need to have everything in line at this point. Like, I don't think you ever need to have everything figured out at any point in time. I think it's all about like learning from what's happening, kind of going with the flow if you can handle it, I guess. I have a lot of anxiety around the future and time and all that. So I completely get it if those listening are like, oh, but if I don't take this class and I don't get a good grade in this class, I'm not going to go to a good college for that subject, and then I'm not going to be as successful as I want to be in life, and then I'm not going to make money, and then I'm going to be poor and die homeless on the street. That's like,
oh my gosh.
That's what we like to call catastrophizing. That's super fun.
I mean, yeah, that sounds familiar. Like,
for sure.
I think to myself a lot before I go to bed, like, God damn, if I ever end up in an office job that I hate, what? This is my one chance at life, and did I just waste it all?
Yeah, I think about that a lot. Like, I'm so lucky to like be a functioning human being that like survived this long. Like, girl, I'm 16. That's a long time to like keep going, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm letting like the universe down if I don't do a certain thing. But here's the thing. I remember this every single day of my life if I'm ever stressed about this. My one of my fave teachers, I'm not going to say his name, but like, he's a king. I love him. He worked like a desk job and then was like, I hate this so much. He worked it for like, I think 5 years, and then he was like, I really don't like this. And then he went to grad school and got a degree like to teach history, and then now like loves his life and like is doing a great job and being like one of the best teachers ever. So that was kind of something that stuck with me, where it's like, if I'm not like doing something that I love, don't think that you wasted your time, and don't think that you're like letting anybody down. Go and do something about it if you really think that you can succeed somewhere else, you know? And like, try new things. Time is like, we have so much time if you really think about it. Like, I feel like just kind of having that ambition, even if you feel like, oh, I'm not really good at anything. Well, you can be good at something. Like, I'm always like, oh, I procrastinate in school. But then it's like, if I'm ambitious and I'm like, you know what? I have a limited amount of time on my hands. How about study and then go on TikTok for 2 hours? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like time is so much of a stressor, but like how you use it, that's what really can change your life. So I feel like right now you don't really have to have stuff figured out, because things can change in the future. Like you could like win the lottery, right? Or like somebody could, like, you could kind of work really hard and like become a scientist and then find a cure for cancer and then become a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just everything is so unexpected that I don't really think you have to have stuff figured out. I just talked for a really long time. I'm so sorry, everybody. But like, that's just kind of my philosophy with like having stuff figured out right now, you know?
Yeah. In my opinion, like, I agree with you completely, but when Sarah asked that question, I totally thought about it in a different way.
Yeah.
Which I think is super interesting about time because everybody thinks of it differently. I think that, like, obviously you can't change your past, you know, like whether it was your own actions that had consequences, someone else's actions that's like those consequences affected you, like whatever the situation is, everything that's already been done has been done and there's no way to change that unless like someone figures out like time traveling, but that's like a whole nother conversation, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that because that's like a fact, that there's like, why would I try to worry about something that there's no way I can fix or change? And the only thing I think like brings hope to like a past, if that was like a bad past, because everybody has like different pasts, I think is like obviously looking like into your present and into your future and like what things you could change or what things you could even like keep the same if you want to, you know, like if those things are like beneficial. But I also think that like we're teenagers, we are all like 16, 7, or at least like the three of us are like 16
Yeah.
or 17, and like as teenagers we're young, our bodies work, like we don't have, and we have responsibilities of course, but we don't have like major things holding us down. Like
Yeah.
as adults, some people have kids, some people have like major jobs with 1,000 people depending on them, like we don't have that, you know. So I feel like I kind of feel like blessed that I don't have that right now because it gives me the ability to like instantly like switch if I want to, you know?
Yeah.
And like as teenagers, our minds are constantly like going and we're trying to figure things out and kind of how life works. And so I think it's kind of like it's like a blessing and a curse that you have the ability to be so like spontaneous and you could change your mind whenever you wanted because there's like not 1,000 people depending on you, but also like being able to constantly switch kind of sometimes can be like confusing with like it could be your career, your friends, your hobbies, like this like applies to everything. And so I think that it's great that we can do that and that's how we like discover ourselves. So I don't think that anything that we have done so far or that we will do in the near future can like can is like a, oh my gosh, I ruined my life, there's no going back. Like you're like you have that ability to change that, you know. I don't know if I'm like explaining myself,
you know, like
exactly, yeah,
like the consequences are so low right now, which is so
yeah,
for real.
yeah. And I think that like I was thinking about time of course because I was like preparing for the podcast, and I was in like, I don't know what grade I was in. I must have been like 8th grade, and I had this one teacher who in college she like studied philosophy, and she'd always tell us like, don't go to college for philosophy, it'll drive you crazy. And we were like, okay, yeah, whatever, lady, like ha ha ha. And then her and I would have these like super deep conversations about like time and like memories and your experiences and how they form you as a person. And I low-key, more like high-key, came to the conclusion that like time, this is gonna sound a little crazy, but time like creates what humans are in a way. So like this is how I think about it, right? And then you guys can like tell me what you think. So in my opinion, time is life, because as time goes by, you live, right? You experience, of course, until you like die, but that's another
That's
thing.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you live, you experience things, and you create memories,
Mhm.
right? And so by like the memories you create and the things that stick in your brain, that's what your brain like uses to create like your personality in a way, I think. And like your reactions and how you interact with people, all of these things. So because time creates memories, and memories create like how your brain kind of works or how you interact, then I think that's how like time forms a person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
kind of.
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, everything that I've been through has shaped me into who I am today. I mean, obviously, because that's, how you make a personality. But I am resilient because of the things that I've gone through. And is that something that benefits me? Yes. I mean, but everyone has gone through pain in their lives, you know? And
Yeah.
so it's just crazy how much time and what you do with it makes you who you are, and it can fulfill you or it can break you, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
I honestly like that is so freaking tea. I just like started thinking about that. Oh my god. Like I shouldn't have said that, but like it's true, you know? Like there's something about like the concept of time. Like I was watching a TikTok that was like talking about how like time is relative, and how like if you're traveling on a train, like, and you're going fast and somebody's standing there, the time is going to be like different between like,
Oh
it's
my
so
god.
weird. Like you're the way you're going, the speed you're going changes your perception of time. And like that's why satellites like move. It's not like they're just like up in space. They'd like move because of time and because of like that relative thing. Dude,
That's so crazy.
Genius. But that's also like a scientific thing that doesn't really relate to this, but also it's like I don't know, time is just so weird, both like metaphorically and like physically, and like how it interacts with us. I don't know, man. I like, this is like a tangent and I'm sorry, but I have to bring it up.
Go ahead.
Like, what if my perception of time is different than other people's perception of time, and like my life is super slow compared to other people's life? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. And it's also the same with color. Sorry,
I was gonna say that. Yeah, color.
Dude, color, like we'll never know how other people perceive color, because like we all kind of have labels for everything. Sorry, that is not at all what we're talking about. And I just like went like, I don't know, my brain is like, hello, talk about this.
But like piggybacking off of what you said, I think that because everybody is living so differently than you are and perceiving things so differently, it's like, why are we so close-minded towards other people?
Yeah.
True. Like there's no standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's 1,000 different ways to think about time, but I don't know. Then you could also bring up like how time like family trees, like you're born right now and you might have children in the future, but there's like all of these people behind you on this one tree, and that's all just because of time. Like that's why you have that tree,
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about past lives and if that's a thing?
Yes.
Because I mean, so there was that trend going around where people did the past life regression meditation thing
Oh.
Oh my
on
gosh,
YouTube.
what?
Oh yeah, so it's this guy who guides you through figuring out what your past life was. And so I did it, and
That scares me so much.
so weird. So basically what I know, or like what came to my mind, what I was thinking about, I was on a beach in India. I was like a boy, probably around the same age. And it felt
Bro, wait. Oh my god. Okay,
it
continue.
felt like it was my last day alive. I know this sounds crazy, but oh my god. And then we got on like a bus, and then we went to this place, and there was like a genocide. And I was like,
Oh my
what?
gosh.
And like I like was there until the second I was about to be like executed. I know that sounds wacky, but
They were like, bye bye,
Wait,
Sarah.
can you tell me how you found this all out? Is
oh
this
yeah.
like
But the thing that weirded me out is I had no idea that there was any sort of like Indian genocides or anything. But there is. There was one, and no one talks about it.
what?
Okay, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
How did you
And I
figure
had to do my
out? Was it
research
like
on
a
it.
dream, or was it like I don't even know. How did you like what can you like explain your process to get to this conclusion that this
I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
So, you search past life regression on YouTube, and
Okay.
it's this guy sitting in a chair in front of an audience, and he's like, close your eyes, and then you count some numbers, and then you end up at a door, and then you walk through the door, and then you start picturing things. And he's like, look around you. I don't know. I just thought it was weird that I pictured a genocide, and there was one. I watched a crash course on it around the same time frame that I was
Yes.
thinking about, based on the clothes and like the automobiles. And I went on SnapMap, because you know how you can like tap around places and then it'll like show up Snapchats from that area. So I went along the coast of India, and then I found one that looked exactly like what I was picturing. I have never been to India, but it was the same thing.
Girl, what?
Bro, I don't know. That's kind of wacky.
It's
Like,
wacky.
it's so confusing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could have just been imagining that, obviously, but it
Yeah.
makes you think like people are going through stuff all the time.
Oh yeah.
And like, what if those things are within me and things that I've experienced in a past life, whatever, I don't know. But it's whoa. It was weird.
Dude,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that experience, because I feel like, Sarah, you're the kind of person that like would like vibe with that. I feel like I would like try doing that, and then I'd be like, no, this is not real, and then it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
I don't
know. I just, dude, that's kind of insane.
You should try it. I mean, I don't know if I believe it. It's just kind of weird that it like matched up with other things.
So specific, yeah. Like how J.K. Rowling like wrote this whole world into existence. Like, dude, it's gotta exist somewhere, dude.
Hogwarts?
I'm talking about Harry Potter. Like,
oh my god, Harry Potter talk.
It's so specific. I'm sorry. Just to let the audience know, and to let you guys know, I don't think you know, I have watched every single Harry Potter movie. Like almost every day I've watched at least a bit of Harry Potter, like in the past week.
Bro, was that because of TikTok?
Dude, no, not even. I've been watching Harry Potter since like a year ago. I have them all recorded on my DVR.
Nice.
So I watched them, and then they were on HBO Max, and then they took them off of HBO Max. But that's like beside the point, dude.
That's annoying.
Specific like world, like every single thing like matches up with everything. Like there are no plot holes unless it's like the movies, but the books have no plot holes.
Yeah.
It's insane. And so you kind of wonder, like people are like making these theories that are obviously not true, but like, girl, that's kind of tea. But like they're saying that J.K. Rowling was like a wizard, and then she got kicked out of the wizarding world, and then like
what?
And then she started writing books exposing them, and like basically, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like what if that's not true? Because it's like a kid's book, obviously, like that wouldn't have happened. Like even if it does exist, like whatever, like it was like being crazy and exposing everybody because she got kicked out of the wizarding world. I have no clue, but I don't know, just like that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, that's not true. But like some people actually think it's true. So I don't know. It's like
I've never heard about that.
It's like the specifics of it are so much that it's like you kind of have to think like, girl, you did not just write this on a napkin in a coffee shop in some like, because for real, I don't know.
Yeah. Here's like the way I think about it. Like, I think there's a chance that everything we hear is true, of course. Like, but there's also a chance that everything we hear is false, right?
Yeah, we live in a simulation.
So, like,
Dude.
huh?
We live in a simulation.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Literally, like, oh my gosh. But like, this is, I don't know. I feel like the whole past lives thing. I mean, it could be true, but like, it could also just be a concept that humans created to make themselves feel better about their behavior.
Oh yeah, true.
You know, like, I feel like past lives. I mean, I don't know. I literally don't know anything about it, but from what I do know, it's more like, oh, because I lived this in the past, now I'm like this, you know? So, like, I don't know. It's kind of like a trippy concept. So, I don't know. It's like hard to understand, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think as humans, we create a lot of excuses to try to make ourselves feel comfortable about things.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to diss on anyone's religion or anything, but
Yeah.
if you think about all the people who believe so many different things about the afterlife, what if it's just to try to comfort ourselves about death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. I feel like, okay, I am not very religious, but like I respect everybody's religion. Don't get me wrong.
Same, yeah.
And also I've grown up Jewish, so like I kind of have experience with this kind of stuff. But it's like the afterlife kind of stuff and like all the universe like having an effect on everything, or like where you're gonna go after you die is kind of like, well, it kind of is based off of like, are you a good person or not? So I kind of like us humans, we kind of need a certainty in like, if we do something, there's gonna be some reward. So I mean, like, I have no idea if like anything is true or not. I don't know. Like, it's all kind of, I don't think anybody knows, but like we kind of have these beliefs because it's like we want something good to happen and we want something to like kind of repay us for being a good person, or like kind of, I don't know, like kind of reaping the rewards, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's just like a natural human thing where we're like, if we're a good person, then we better get something back for it. And I totally think that that's like, I don't know, it's more like psychological, because it's like, that's so something that like humans would want, you know? Like we kind of want something back. We can't, if we're good and there's no reason for it, then like why be good, you know? And that opens another topic of like religion and like whatever, but honestly, I'm kind of not the person to like diss anybody's religion, because like, I don't know, I'm Jewish, so
I like that you mentioned good people, because I've been thinking about this to myself a lot. Even though I'm not religious, I am still so affected by the idea that if I'm a bad person, then I'm going straight to hell or something like that. And I don't think anyone can be a good person or a bad person. We're just people, and we do equally good and bad things all the time.
Yeah.
I think that whole concept, I mean, I understand what you guys are saying. I don't think I like agree completely, but like I do understand where you're coming from. But I also feel like it has correlation with like the feeling of purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if people feel like if they don't live with a purpose, then there's like no point, you know? So I feel like that might also be something like behind
That's
it.
true. And like I think that's true with anybody of any religion. I think it's like, if I don't have a purpose, then like why am I here, you know? It's kind of, it's a scary prospect to think like, oh, we're just like multicellular organisms that are just put here because, or not even put here, but just like born to live, reproduce, and die, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just kind of like our only purpose is to reproduce. That's kind of scary. Like, I don't know, I feel like if you think of it in an existential way, it's kind of depressing. I went into a spiral like last night when I was doing my bio homework, and I was like, it was like talking about like how we're all just cells, and like our metabolism is just like all of these reactions happening at once, and if they stop, then like that's death. Like it's just your cells stop work. Like obviously that's what death is. Like death is like organ failure, right? Like every day caused by organ failure. Whether you get cancer, like it causes one of your organs to shut down. That was made apparent to me by my English teacher, and I didn't even realize that. I was like, but what if you get shot? Oh, if you get shot in the heart, then your heart fails and like organ failure, right?
Yeah.
Like that's just like weird, you know? But anyways, like we're all just like complex organisms that somehow like evolved to like this point. I don't know if anybody believes in evolution, but like they're definitely like it's just so weird how complex we are, and then it's like just one single thing happening and then we're like gone. Like, girl, what?
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like we have to make a purpose to like make that existentialism kind of like go away, so that it's not like daunting us every single day of our lives, just like I'm gonna wake up today and I might die. Like sorry, this is like my downward spiral of feeling. But I don't know, it's just like we kind of have to have a purpose and have to make a purpose for ourselves. I feel like if we don't make that purpose for ourselves, then it's like the only thing that consumes us is death, you know? That's just kind of my 2 cents on that topic, just because like I've noticed that like if I just wake up and I don't do my homework and I'm like I'm not gonna do anything today, then I'm like, well then what am I meant to do? Like I want to do good things. I want to like grow up and like do something great, you know? But then it's like if I don't do anything, then I'm not really making a purpose for myself, and then it's like I might as well just like be a multicellular organism that just lives and then dies, you know? I don't know. It
Works at Ralph's for a bit.
Yeah. Everybody, if you see a redheaded girl bagging your groceries or sweeping the floor or pushing your carts in from the parking lot at Ralph's, say hi, it's me.
Yeah, and like I said at the beginning, everything that our ancestors have done since the day that life was created and we just showed up somewhere, whatever you believe in, has led us. Every single choice that anybody before us has made has led us to record this podcast right now.
Oh my gosh.
Every single choice, if you
Literally,
think about it.
That's okay. Girl, the possibility of like any of us like being like here right now, like sitting talking right now, like so many years of like stuff happening. Like what if, oh my gosh, I just like that's so scary. Like that's so weird.
Crazy.
Oh my
God. What if it was just like a different sperm?
Or like,
and then we're just wiped out of existence.
Dude, like what if my sister wasn't born? Or like what if like I don't even know. Or I don't even know, dude.
Like, literally, guys, any slight changes, like what if like your mom and dad never walked on the beach on that Saturday? Like maybe they didn't see that bird, you know?
They didn't see that bird.
Yeah, like I don't even know. Like I don't know. My parents met, I don't know about you guys, but my parents met very spontaneously. Like my dad was like looking for an apartment in LA and my mom like met him. Like that's like what if he had just stayed another week in like on the East Coast, right? Or like what if like his flight got delayed and then he had
bro, it's so crazy.
Oh my god.
Like that's what time does to us. Literally, like oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Let's all start talking in a southern accent now.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
So I hope the listener, you, aren't feeling existential after this.
Dude.
So
it's the best
like honestly, I've kind of found some comfort in realizing that nothing matters as long as I'm enjoying myself.
That's true. And also
because I'm just gonna die someday.
Also, like if you're scared by the fact that nothing matters, then I don't know, make something matter. Like, it doesn't,
Oh, true. Yeah.
like, it doesn't have to be like, you should go and travel the world, because it's like, we have limited resources. Also, who created money? Who made that a thing? Anyways, but like,
I
like,
know,
print more.
our limited resources limit us, and we think like, oh, we can't do anything. Like, I don't know, find some way to like connect with, like, I don't know, like the community, like us pals, girl. We're all about that community. You know,
Mhm.
mission statement check. But like, I don't know, just find some way to like connect with like yourself, your family, the community. I don't know. And if you're not scared by the fact that nothing matters, then good for you. Like, live life to the fullest, and then, I don't know, go from there. I feel like different personalities kind of get us to different conclusions about that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like if you feel like life has no purpose, I don't know, find
Always remember, if there's a want, there's a way. Of course, that involves sacrifice, maybe. Like, you might have to sacrifice time, friends, money, blah, blah. But, like, if there's a want, there's a way.
true.
And if you want to come back next week and listen to next week's episode, then you should. And you can find us at CCA Ravenly
True.
on Instagram.
That plug, though.
Yeah,
Good
follow us on
segue.
Instagram. Actually, like, doesn't cost money to follow us on Instagram. How about make that your purpose?
Yeah, I mean, last time I checked, it was free and full of purpose.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said full of garbage. I was like, oh.
Full of garbage.
No, it's not full of garbage, you guys. It's run by some pretty cool people.
I think so.
I don't run it, by the way. It's not me.
Well, you're part of it.
Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
That you're part of it.
Yeah. Isn't that what life is all about? Being a part of.
God. Bella, what were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Okay. So I guess on that note,
It's lunchtime.
that's all of our time. And now we got to go into our next scheduled time thing that was made for us.
Wow.
Lunch.
of eating. Jeez.
Yeah, have a good lunch. Make a good sandwich.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I might do some homework so I can have a purpose at the moment.
Ooh, I'm gonna vibe with my plan.
True. I'm gonna do some homework and walk my dogs. How about that?
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh. I've done this thing where I'll like shake a leaf on a plant and then recreate its movements. I literally sound crazy this episode.
My God. No, Sarah, there's something about that like gives me like, oh my gosh, vibes. I love that.
That's so funny.
I'll send you a video of me doing it so you can learn.
Post it on the CCA Ravenly Instagram. How about that?
Oh my God.
Give you a reason to follow.
Okay. Make it your purpose to like that post.
Yeah.
Once again, CCA Ravenly.
Okay.
Well, this has been fun. And I want to thank you guys for listening. I'm Sarah Hendricks.
I'm Sophie Moretz.
I'm Bella Ray.
And we're all in this together.
True.
Yay.
Okay. TNTYLXOX.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
BBB my BFF.
Because
I became
coming next.
Okay, bye.
Okay, see you guys.